Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the 76ers. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Bulls. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And looking at Chicago, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Young is out there with Vucevic, and it's Williams at the small forward position. And for Philadelphia, Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Shake Milton, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. Satoransky with it. Now the pass to Vucevic. Levine deciding where to go with it. And Embiid with the block. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Satoransky, the pass to Vucevic. Good D by Embiid. Now the 76ers with it. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
We talk a lot about shot selection, and we saw why. You want to avoid empty possessions.
Here's Levine after the Sixers pick up 2.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Inside. Outside for Simmons. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall.
Left side, Levine. And Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Levine. Again, Levine missing.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Simmons against Vucevic. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spot.
Levine kicks to Satoransky. And the Bulls with another miss. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Green, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
76ers will go for a different look here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Green. Maxey's checked in for Shake Milton. And George Hill's subbed in for Ben Simmons. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Daniel Tice is checked in for Young. Green comes in for Williams. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Kobe White in for Satoransky. So it's Philadelphia now, after the Bulls pick up 2. Embiid trying to break loose. Portis can't get it to go. Caldwell-Pope outside. White down low. He's guarded by Hill. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Pass to Maxey. There's Portis. Great touch on the 16-footer.
Bobby Portis has the ability now to hit shots on all 3 levels.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Here's Hill. Bobby Portis out there with Embiid. Then there's Hill. Then there's Maxey. And it's Korkmaz at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Here's Caldwell-Pope after the made shot from Joel Embiid. White the pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Embiid, and it's Vucevic missing.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed. Reads the defense well and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
His quickness is almost unguardable. Kobe White with the nice little floater.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Grizzlies. Puts it up from 15. Again, Philadelphia.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 10-point game. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Maxey, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And making our way toward the finish line, this is a great time to check out the new power rankings. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now for Philadelphia, they know what this team is. Some would say they've overachieved, but I feel like they've proven themselves thus far.
Embiid against Vucevic. It's rebounded by Portis.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Maxey, no good. Bulls trail by 10. On the wing, Green. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. White looking around. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Got to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
They were extremely lucky. I think they took their opponent for granted a little, and it nearly cost them.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
That one falls. Maxi's got the lead up to 12 now for Philadelphia.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low, here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Korkmaz kicks to Hill. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here they come. Here's Caldwell Pope. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And the long strides of KCP. Dangerous changing ends there, and he loves to finish in space.
For three, Hill. The shot comes out, and so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, an early lead and a lot to like in the performance thus far. Would you agree?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me. If I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim, I thought we did great.
We know the adjustments are coming, and we'll see who takes advantage. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. They strung together several impressive trips down the floor to open things up with an 8-0 run. They finished the first quarter holding a 6-point lead. In quarter number 2, they fought off several attempted rallies and actually pulled further out in front, ending the half up by 8. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, it's a nice, patient offense they're running tonight. They're not forcing shots. They're waiting for the good ones. And as efficient as they've been, no wonder they're in front.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Chicago.
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. Bobby Portis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Now here's Simmons. So the Bulls 5 right now. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Williams is out there with Young. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Levine. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Knocked loose. to the inside. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Levine.
What body control from Zach LaVine. Terrific at keeping his composure even while under pressure.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
There's 1:40 left to play in the third.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Harris dishes to Embiid. And he gets it to go. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Now here's Vucevic. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Chicago calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Bobby Portis comes in for Green, and George Hills subbed in for Shake Milton. Chicago also making some changes. Daniel Tice comes in for Nikola Vucevic, and it's White in for Satoransky. Now here's Levine. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Portis, count that one. Portis has got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
White the pass to Young. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. It doesn't go for him. The 76ers leading by 16. And here's Harris from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got 7 points here in this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Such a wide open look.
Oh yeah, it's going to be payback. Levine matching threes and making plays.
Deep two from Hill. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Tobias Harris is out there with Portis. Then there's Hill. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Drains it from beyond the arc. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future. And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Tice kicks to Levine. And the shot goes in.
Providing so much size and athleticism out of the backcourt, Levine challenging the heart of that defense.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Embiid against Young. Portis trying to free himself. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now here is Harris. Pass to Simmons. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 15. There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. The 76ers with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Shake Milton in for George Hill. The Bulls also changing it up. Vucevic checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Satoransky subbed in for White. Now here's Satoransky, and it's Vucevic missing.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close you really got to give it up here for Philadelphia.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so when you look at the season record, oh, wow!
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Here's Harris. That one, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Portis. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Satoransky with it. Picked up by Harris. Satoransky, the pass to Vucevic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Another miss by Philadelphia. Green against Williams. Passes to Vucevic. Back to Williams. Lobs it up for Levine. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Portis drives in. Stolen by Satoransky. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.